Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. Call InventHelp today.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please call or go online right now.
You shouldn't have to pay to talk to the people closest to you, or the people who used to be. That's why Umbrella Wireless is proud to announce the new Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan. Now you'll get unlimited calls to your best buddy, your mom, or Cindy, once she realizes that you're seriously meant for each other and should stop screening your calls. Now the 30 minutes of agonizing silence where you're both afraid to hang up may drain your battery, but it won't drain your wallet. And you'll get unlimited calls just to check if she still cares enough to pick up, with no extra charges. With the Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, your phone will automatically answer calls from your ex, because maybe she finally realizes that you're the only one for her and wants to get coffee sometime. Now, after lonely nights of looking at pictures of the road trip you took together when everything was great, your misspelled texts are absolutely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the booze. The Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, because she wants you back. She just doesn't know it yet.
Rod Eccles Show.
And we are back. Hey, this is from the WashingtonTimes.com. Excuse me, actor Jean-Luc, well, it's not actor Jean-Luc Picard, but Captain Jean-Luc Picard, a.k.a. Patrick Stewart. Sir Patrick Stewart, by the way. Yes, he was knighted not too long ago by the Queen, is backing the Christian bakers in the gay cake debate, saying he supports their right to refuse to write a message on a cake that violates their beliefs. Now, understand that Patrick Stewart is very good friends with Ian McKellen, Gandalf to many of you, Magneto to some of you in the original X-Men movies. He is openly gay. He and Patrick go back a long way, I guess. As far as knowing each other, they're actually really friends in real life. But so it's not that. And Patrick Stewart is of the Hollywood mindset when it comes to supposed gay rights, but he also backs people. Well, if people have the right to be gay and support gay, then people should also have the right to not be gay and not support gay. So this is happening in England, of course, but it has ramifications here because it's the same thing. Now, the owners of Asher's Bakery in Northern Ireland were found guilty of discrimination last month after refusing to make a cake with the words "support gay marriage" above a picture of Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. Now, I know there are a lot of people who say, well, yeah, Bert and Ernie, they're gay. Bert and Ernie were always meant to be. No, that is BS. Well, maybe it's true now, but long ago it was not the case when I was Bert, because they had separate bedrooms. They were not, they were just roommates, much like The Odd Couple. That's what they were based on. As well, we were told back then. But Mr. Stewart says, I found myself on the side of the bakers. He said yesterday at BBC's Newsnight, I would support their rights to say, no, this is personally offensive to my beliefs. I will not do it. And it was not because it was a gay couple that they objected. It was not because they were celebrating some sort of marriage or an agreement between them, Stewart said. It was the actual words on the cake they objected to because they found the words offensive. Now, again, the words on the cake were support gay marriage. Well, maybe they didn't support gay marriage, and they didn't want to be seen as being supportive of gay marriage, which is their right not to be supportive of gay marriage. I don't know why we have to have this whole thing where people you have to like gay marriage and you have to do this and you have really why. It's you're allowed to have your own beliefs, plain and simple. I don't have a problem with it. People say, well, what about people not liking blacks, Rod? What about that? Huh? And they always think that they have me backed up into a corner when they say that. What about civil rights, Rod? Do you agree with that or not? You probably don't, huh? And I just look at them and say, look, I'd rather know that a person doesn't like me for the color of my skin because I don't want to give them my hard-earned money. Why would I want to do that? Because they're probably going to turn around and take my money, the profit from my money, and use it against me by supporting some organization that doesn't like me. They have a right to do that. Why would I want to force somebody into taking my hard-earned money? Why would I want to do that? Well, because what if they're the only ones in town? Well, then I'll go to the next town, for crying out loud. What is this with being lazy? You do not have a right to expect anybody to sell you something. I'm sorry, you don't. Come on now. Let's just flip it a little bit. And I have done this often, and I look at people and say, okay, fine. If you want to force that Christian baker to make a gay wedding cake, fine. Are you going to do the same thing and force that black baker over there to make a cake for the KKK? Well, no, Rod, because that's offensive. Really? Why? Well, it's simply, the KKK have their beliefs. No different from gays having their beliefs. So why is it okay for you to force somebody to go against their beliefs in one aspect, but not against it in another? You're a hypocrite. Plain and simple. I'm pretty consistent. You don't make the black baker you don't force the black baker to bake a KKK cake. You don't force the Christian baker to make a gay wedding cake. Plain and simple. I'm pretty consistent across the board on that one. You get what you get. And if they're the only baker in town, well, I guess you better get in your car or get on the internet and order a cake from somebody who's more than happy to give work with you. There's plenty of business owners out there that think like you do. So find them and give your money to them. That seems to be the wise and logical choice in my book. You don't need laws forcing people to do that. And speaking of that, here's on the same veins, WND.com, the untold story of transgenderism. Now, I mentioned this last night, and I know that this whole Bruce Caitlyn Jenner thing is still out there. And, I don't want to sound offensive to anyone. But it's going to anyway. And here's the story behind it. The idea began with well-known sexual perversion advocate Alfred Kinsey. Everybody remembers the Kinsey scale, contending that people are sexual from birth. Now, he used experiments on babies during World War II. Now, his legacy stands largely unchallenged today by the American Medical Association, despite his advocacy of bestiality, pedophilia, sadomasochism, and incest. I bet people didn't know about that as they glorify Al Kinsey. It's kind of like Margaret Sanger of Planned Parenthood origination fame. People say, "Oh yeah, she was a wonderful person." Do you know the reason why she started Planned Parenthood? Well, no. And then you tell them why, and they're like, "No, that's not true." Yeah, it is. Go look it up. And Kinsey was a sexual deviant. He was. The man was sick in the head. In my book, when it comes to this kind of stuff. Now, Kinsey has given the sexual revolutionists their license to sexually pervert our culture, said Judith Reisman, author of Kinsey, Crimes and Consequences and director of the Liberty School for Child Protection. Now, in an interview, oh my goodness, I thought I was going to sneeze there, but I didn't. I'm sorry, folks. In an interview, we have a sexual revolution brought about by sexual revolutionaries, as Judith Reisman gave an interview with WND. Now, Walt Heyer, author of Paper Genders and Gender Lies and Suicide, tells a secret that the medical journals are not telling, and that the news media today, lamestream media, is largely ignoring in glorifying sexual reassignment and transsexualism. Now, following Kinsey and his understudy, Harry Benjamin, Dr. John Money took up the sexual revolutionary mantle. In 1967, he was asked by a set of broken-hearted parents to simply repair a botched circumcision on their baby, who happened to be